hearts have harmony. Happy hearts have harmony.
Being spiritual and not religious drew us to scichick.com and its dating section linked in the footer.
It's a new launch, and we want you to register in hopes that you find a lover, partner, and a friend beyond a traditional introduction, breaking the use of cultural perception.
Tell your friends now.
Yay! We have to get our spirit fingers going because this is a spiritual show. And wow, this retrograde, and I don't normally cuss, but this retrograde has kicked my ass. Oh my gosh. Had my incredible friend Liz Pressman, the gifted witch, on, and she was saying it was going to be rough for Aquarius, and I have Aquarius in my chart. I thought, I'm born with retrograde, Mercury in retrograde. I'm going to glide through. Wow, that was wishful thinking. We also have Brainstorm with us, who is also an Aquarius. Hello, Brainstorm.
Hello.
That's it? Hello?
Yeah, it's been one of those weeks.
Yeah, wow. Well, we go direct next week, but really we're out on the 15th of September, so we've got some rocky paths. Oh, my goodness. Let's hope the worst is over, you know.
Let's hope.
So, anyway, I'm back. We don't have any special guests tonight, so the plan is to take your calls. I might be a little rusty because I haven't done a show for, well, we had a guest. We had Robert O. Williams 2 weeks in a row, and then last week I wasn't here, and I was playing Superwoman, trying to wear another hat, and so now I'm back, and I'm very, very happy to get my hugs from Tony Sweet, Mr. Sweet. So we've got Brainstorm working the board. Aww.
Tony says hi.
Oh, he says more than hi. His body language, if only the audience knew. So anyway, there's a lot going on right now in the world, but I'm here to answer your calls, pick up the phone, and let's keep it to one question. And please do ask questions tonight. Make it easy for me. Once again, I know I've proven my abilities time and time and time again, but please understand, it's been a rough retrograde, and I don't want to be lazy, but can you make it easy on me by just asking a question? And, I don't want to pull things out of the air or just roll with what I get. I mean, I really would like it if I could just relax tonight and just take a question. So, Orlando, I'm sorry.
Are you saying that you're not going to work hard tonight?
I'm asking the callers just to kind of take it easy, on me by feeding me some information and let me roll with it from there. Because Brainstorm, you've been right there by my side, and this has been really, really a difficult retrograde.
It's been a tough one this year.
Yeah. So, and Brainstorm, I'm not going to get into all my personal challenges or traumas or, good or bad news. I just, Brainstorm knows. I just would like an easy breezy show tonight. Do some readings. I don't want to get political,
Yeah, Yeah, we had a very tough business week.
We did. Oh my gosh. And
So
plus,
we're a little beat up.
and my family too. Oh my gosh.
Definitely,
Gosh.
and we
So-
probably don't want to get in depth on that.
No,
but yes,
no.
it's been
Not a
it's
good
been a
week.
serious week, especially with that bringing that up.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
totally forgot about that. But yep,
Well, I haven't. That's why
well,
I'm asking the audience to be
well, I'm
easy
saying
on me.
just for the
it's like,
for the moment. I mean,
well, yeah.
in describing the week.
Well,
and
this
now,
is-
oh boy.
This is what I told my daughter. This will probably be the worst moment in your life, but, you got through it. It's over. It's in the past. And like I always tell the audience, you can't change. You can't change happenings or the past, but you can always change the perspective by looking at the good. And Brainstorm, you've been reminding me of that a lot lately.
Well, good.
Yeah, always look at the good, right?
Well-
Think positive. Think positive. Outweighs the negative.
Yes,
Right.
most of the time. If not, trick yourself until that silver
Right.
lining shines.
Yeah, or trick the universe. Make it a pact with the universe, right?
Yeah. Something like that. You got a couple of callers lined up here. You ready to take one?
Ready to
or
roll.
you have any more things that you got to get off your...
Off my chest? No,
Off
I'm
your
just,
chest.
no. I don't really want to get into any details. I mean, you've, like I said, you've been there the whole time. Well, most of the time. When we're not battling it out.
All right.
But, yeah, it's a strange time for Aquarians, that's for sure. They said it was going to hit Leo's the worst, and boy.
All right, I'm going to give you a first caller because they've been hanging on for a while here. and we
Okay,
got
great.
one also lined up right after that.
Okay,
Been for a while,
great.
so,
Great.
okay.
All right.
There
Hello,
you go.
hello. You're on the line with Robin Zodiac.
Hey, Robin, it's Margie.
Hi,
How are you?
Margie. Good. Really good. Yeah, so.
I
Well,
haven't, yeah, I've been out of touch. I've been busy with stuff. But anyway, calling about the same issue. Normally, just seeing if me and my friend are going to get it together again. Haven't heard from him, so I haven't reached out or called him or anything. So.
really?
Yep.
Wow. But you have seen him, right, in the last 2 weeks?
No.
Not at
no,
all. Wow. But Margie, I have to ask, has it been 5 weeks since you saw him? I mean, I know you see him at
Probably,
outings, but
I
I'm saying.
saw him probably longer than that, but texting
Oh,
the
okay.
beginning of August. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a long time. Well, I'm definitely getting the number 5 quite consistently with timing that you are going to actually spend time together. I hope it's not another 5 weeks and it's 5 days. Or, it does feel like the communication is probably going to be in the next 5 days. But I do see you spending time together. That's why I was wondering, when was the last time you spent time together? Because it says that there is pleasure and that there is success. But also, I'm also picking up that I know you said that, he works, from home, but he works for, like, he's in the tech business or whatever. But I do see that him signing contracts, so it does feel like he's having some interference with work. It looks like it's going to, the outcome is going to be successful. And I also feel he hasn't been as active on social media. So is that right? Or is that something that you told me? Because
A little less than he
normally does.
was. And he hasn't been doing a lot of shows, so I suspect a lot of that has to do with his health.
Oh, his health. Yeah. Yeah, but he postponed surgery, right, for a minute. And yeah.
No, he's supposed to have it, but I don't think he had it yet. I think he's postponing it, but yeah,
Right,
he needs
right.
it.
Right. Well, once again, was he supposed to have it in June? Because I got 6. And then, it seems like more towards the end of the year he's going to give it a try. And it could be put off because, once again, I see interference with work and him making commitments or signing contracts with work. So that
He
could
was
be.
supposed to have it, the doctor's visit this past month, and then talk about setting a date for the surgery in the next few months.
Okay, well, I got the number 6. So let's hope it's 6 weeks that he addresses this. But my feeling is that it could be at the end of the year, beginning of next, because he just signed some contracts or, once again, work. So, yeah, he hasn't been out. It does seem like it could be health. Once again, we've talked about this. You're really boosts his self-esteem, but he works really hard, not letting you know that, you make him feel confident and good. And I know we've talked many times in how you just want it reciprocated, and it'll come to be. It says that you do have an impact on his life. I still see, pleasure, intimacy. I see you spending time together. And like I said, I get the number 5 quite consistently. So I hope you don't have to wait around 5 weeks. And I really hope that you hear from him. And hopefully in the next 5 hours, or the 5th would be, sooner than 5 days. But yeah, it says that
would
there's
be
success.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you sound good. You sound good. I mean, I know it's, very challenging with him, but, obviously obviously you're demonstrating, a real commitment, loyalty, and a lot of love for this man. And it says that their success is the ultimate outcome. So I appreciate you calling in tonight, Margie.
I appreciate it, you too. I just been a little bummed out, so
I know.
Would have been nice to hear from him, because we still have some stuff to resolve. I never kind of told him what I need to get off my chest, though, and
Right.
been trying to wait till after the retrograde, because this has been kind
Yes.
of a lousy one. So.
Did you hear the beginning of the show? It has been. Woo! It has been. Normally I just glide by, one thing here or there, But yeah, I sent out an email to everybody, be careful with driving. And then a couple days ago, wow, crash.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I'm okay. Everybody's okay, thank goodness. But
Oh, that's good.
yeah,
That's good.
well, yeah. I always say that
so,
when things like that happen, I could have been in a bigger accident down the road. I always think, oh, thank God, prevented from a worse happening. That's what I have to tell myself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay, so it's going in a direction, but right now it's kind of stalled.
Yeah, definitely. I see some setbacks. You said his health. I got more his self-esteem and his career as being a setback. So you'll find out. And yes, he does probably feel guilty on how he handled himself publicly and what you saw online. You've shared with the audience in the past. So yeah, he's not really feeling confident. He knows you want to talk to him. He knows it. And
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, dear. I'm sorry.
My pleasure.
You're having
No
a bad
apology
too, but
necessary.
take care, okay?
It's a pleasure. Oh, good to hear from you. Thank you, Margie. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye. Alrighty then.
All right.
Yeah.
You want a breather? Or you ready to go?
Well, what are we going to breathe about?
Oh, I'm sorry. My mic was off.
What you said?
No, we got some callers ready to go. You need a breather? You're ready to go.
Is any of the callers, do you know who they are, the names, or where they're calling from, or nothing yet? Sure, yeah. But, once again, callers, please make it easy on me tonight by asking a question. And I know I'm psychic and I'm supposed to know what you're calling about, but I'd like to just relax and ease into this, ease back to it. So, yeah, ready for the next caller.
All right, here you go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
It's Robin Zodiac.
Hi,
Who's
this
this?
is-
Yeah?
This is Daryl from Florida.
Hi. Sounding good, Dara.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Yeah, well,
Good to
I'm
talk to you again.
Yes, thank you. I'm very happy to be here tonight. So, yeah, you sound good. So,
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I was just wondering if you're getting any communication from my son.
yeah, I know what we've talked about before, and I know that,
Mhm.
he has a young teenage daughter.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Also, he's not your only son, right? You have other children?
No.
Okay.
2 others. Right.
Okay, and he's talking about a nephew. Do you have a grandson from another
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it says that he's really strong, or he's strengthening himself. So he says he's young, but how old is he? Because I get that
He's 13.
13.
Yeah.
It seems like he's talking about how strong he is, and something about his father. He seems like he's going to follow in the footsteps of his dad, is what your son's pointing out. You definitely feel that there's a lot of psychic energy with you and your son that has passed. A lot of psychic energy. Yes, once again, I know that he's still happy about the move. He still says that you are going to be meeting somebody, and I think you were shocked to hear that. But
Right.
he wants you to know that there is marriage in the future for you. I get it a couple times that he's showing me.
Great.
Yeah, it says that there's comfort coming up. Now, also, Daryl, why is he bringing up education? Are you a teacher, or do you work?
Yes, I was, and I need to go back and get some credits to recertify, keep my certification. I'm retired, but I like to keep the certification going.
Fantastic. So, yeah, it does feel like, that'll be good for you. And that could be leading you to this new male friend. But it does say it does say that there is a future marriage. But yeah, your son says he's very proud of you. He hears you. Once again, he points out, a lot of psychic energy. Definitely hears your thoughts, and he knows your heart. And
That's good.
It does feel like you sound amazing. You sound a lot better than a few months ago, even when we spoke.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear. I fell this week.
Oh no.
In the store.
Oh no.
And I'm only new here, and I feel okay, but I just want to. I hope everything's going to be okay.
Well,
I got hurt.
Yeah, you should probably address it. Definitely address it. When something like that happens, it's best just go to the hospital and
right.
Yeah, I mean. Yeah, because, as we get older, injuries do take a lot longer to mend. But
right.
I definitely feel like you'll find comfort, but I would definitely recommend that you address it. Go to the doctors, do what you need to do.
Right.
Right.
Well, I did. I went to the hospital, and I need to go for follow-up.
Good.
Good.
You might want to talk to an attorney, too, so.
Yes.
So that they can handle the bills, and you don't have to worry about anything except focusing on your health.
Right.
So.
Yes. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So I'm sorry you fell, but I'm glad that wasn't. You're still talking.
Yeah. No, it was scary, but it was okay. I'm okay.
Well,
I'll be okay. And it's funny, whenever anything happens and I come out okay, I always say, "Oh, thanks, Casey." I know he's right there helping me. So
yeah, definitely. Definitely.
I remember you said that he's always there. So
he's always there.
That's good.
Tonight, he's hearing your thoughts, and he wants you to know that he's very proud of you, and something about his nephew being strong. Maybe his nephew's going to start working out. Does his dad work out? Is his dad like a gym guy?
No, he doesn't. But I know that my grandson has started working out. He did say that he's been lifting weights, and I told him to be careful because he's only 13, but it's what he wants to do.
No, that was good advice. Well, Casey showed me that tonight.
And he has, his father does have a lot of psychic abilities, very high psychic abilities.
Yeah, so once again, your grandson, Casey says that your grandson is going to follow in his father's footsteps with that ability too, so that's great.
Oh, great.
That's great.
Wonderful.
All right. Well,
my son just started a new job today. How does that look, you think?
Well, I'm getting that it seems kind of awkward. I do feel like he has some setbacks. I'm not sure if he's I'm not sure if he's gonna stick with his job, Daryl. I don't want you to tell him that, but it seems like
Right,
there's
right.
something better coming down the road, that this could just be a temporary situation, to just keep him out. And, it's easier to get a new job when you have a job. So that might be the reason why
Mm-hmm.
he has this job. But I see something better coming before the end of the year. So I'd like to
Oh,
hear back
great,
on that.
great.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
All
Well, I'll let
right.
someone else have a chance, and I appreciate
it.
talking to you
Yeah,
tonight again.
likewise. Thanks for calling in, Daryl. You sound great.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
take
you.
care.
So do you.
Thank you.
And God bless.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Brainstorm.
All right, keep them coming.
All righty. Let's go.
Here goes your next call.
Hello, hello. It's Robin Zodiac. You're on the line. Hello. Hello.
Hi, Robin.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Long
Can
time.
you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I'm glad you called
Yeah,
today.
this is Chris. Yes.
Yeah. I remember.
Oh,
Yeah, we were.
thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you even remember my voice.
Yeah, I recognize your voice. I mean, I've never asked you though. Your native language, is it Italian? Is that your accent?
No, it's Belarus.
So
Next to
you're
Ukraine.
South America, right?
It's like next to Russia,
Next to
and Ukraine.
Russia. Oh, okay.
Belarus.
Oh, Belarus. Okay. Well, you just taught me something.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah. So okay. I'm sure the audience would remember, following the show, you called early on about how you're going through divorce, and your boyfriend went down the aisle with someone else, and I said that it's only going to last 8 months, and now he's going through divorce, right? 8 months later. So and I did feel, and I'm also feeling tonight that you could meet somebody else. I'm not saying that you're not going to end up with your boyfriend, but I am feeling that there's a strong possibility somebody else is coming in. So has that happened yet?
No, it doesn't.
Not yet.
Well, I'm all concentrated on my boyfriend,
Okay, good.
because he's helping me. He's helping me with divorce. So
Good.
it means a lot to me.
Good,
Because he's attorney.
Good. Yes.
And again, yes, we had some issues. It's like, again, the same thing. He's going back and forth. Yes, his wife filed for divorce. He was ready to file another document ending their marriage, and then she decided to work on their relationship again. So it's like, feels like never-ending roller coaster for me for the past, 1.5 years. And I'm really, I don't know if I just have to give up. I just really believe, he's the one for me.
Right. Yeah.
And, it just everything is against me. Like, seems like get really good, and then they suddenly get very bad and, go in opposite direction.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if you see anything. Is there any chance for us ever, this year, in the next 20 years? Or should I just give up?
Well, no, you never give up. I mean, love is love, and you can't choose who you fall in love with. When you said that, she wants to work on it now, it's retrograde. It's like the worst retrograde I've ever experienced.
Yes.
Well, and it sounds like you, but you've been so strong, you've gone through so much with him, and you've always stood by his side. And so, this whole thing about, him wanting to make it work, it's not going to work. I mean, we know. I mean, we've talked freely about, his recreations and, what he's up to, and, he's all over the place. And until he, really gets a handle on his lifestyle, I think you mentioned lifestyle in the beginning, he's going to be all over the place, But one thing I have to say, I hear your son in the background. One thing that I have to say is that he's putting you through so much crap that you're definitely going to be the only woman that he trusts. But, what concerns me is that, he's creating all these triggers with you. You just ended a marriage with the man that you had a child with. Yes, he's helping you through that. And I think you even said that your soon-to-be ex-husband is playing dirty with your son. You've had, issues with your roommates, not trustworthy and not comfortable. And so, here we go again. This is the man that you feel closest to. And, he's creating triggers, he's creating some scars, even though, the love's there. You can tell that he's in love with you. But, I got to give it to you straight. He knows that you're never going to leave him. So, like you said, I feel like he's playing a game. Yeah, he's playing a game because he knows he's not going to lose you. So, I did say that I felt like you were going to be meeting someone. And it could be just a filler. It could be a distraction. But, and I'm not saying trying to make this guy jealous because, your heart's with him. It's not going to change overnight. You're not going to rebound after an ex-husband, after a boyfriend that did this. So I definitely get that there is somebody else, like I said a moment ago, that's going to come in and, just give you some comfort that you can just it's a guy, but it's like a friendship that there's, love and admiration and respect and care. It doesn't have to be romantic, but I definitely see another man coming into the picture that I feel your boyfriend is then going to say, oh my gosh, if I don't change, I'm going to lose this woman that's been my rock in life, that's been my anchor. I mean, it may appear the other way, but that's only a delusion. I mean, this guy really does rely on you. So, yeah, they're not going to make it. Obviously, I think you already know that. I think you just needed validation tonight, after all this. And with his behavior, no, it's not going to work out. So, yeah. Does your son want to talk?
Yes.
He does. Does he have a question?
Hello. Yes. Is there any timeline when they're going to finish? When they will be done?
Yeah, I got the number 9, but then I got Scorpio, so I would say probably in the next 9 weeks. That would lead us into probably the end of Scorpio sun sign time period. I'm hoping it's 9 days, but it's not gonna. It's gonna just be a few weeks. 9 weeks still like a few months, but. When did they decide to do this? About 2-3 weeks ago? Because like I said, this retrograde has been just horrendous. So has it been 3 weeks?
Yeah, it happened. No, it just happened yesterday. He told me yesterday when he was ready to file the final document ending their marriage, she came up and she decided to work on their marriage again. And this is how it's been for the past few months, like up and down. So, and he keeps giving her chances. And he's saying he knows that he will lose me, and he's scared, and he doesn't know what to do. He can't make his decision.
Right. Well, if he was sober, he could make the decision, Seriously.
Well, he actually stopped doing this for 1 month. So,
and that's when
I
he
hope
was, that's when he was finally embracing you, finally realizing, oh my gosh, I have this incredible woman that loves me. And then, he goes back to his shenanigans, and then, the cycle repeats, but he'll be back again. And like I said, of course, you can tell your head, okay, I'm not going to deal with him anymore, but you can't tell your heart that. And, I always say to you, do what your heart desires. Don't deny yourself. If you want to see him, see him. If you don't want to see him, don't see him. Don't try to make him jealous. But mystery, being mysterious, will work in your favor. Mirror his reactions back. What he does to you, you do to him. And start spending time with a guy that really cares about you. And like I said, it doesn't have to be romantic, but wouldn't it be great to have a guy, take you and your son to the park or a movie or, come over for dinner, and have some, just because he's a man. I have a lot of male friends. Doesn't mean that I'm sleeping with him. So, yeah, I definitely feel like, you got to kind of mirror his actions towards you. You kind of have to give it back so he understands. And, yeah, he does know that you're there for him. I mean, he's so convinced and knows without a doubt that that's why, I think I'm going to go back to her, because he knows that you'll be there, Christian. So he's going to go back to her, and then, they're going to fight and rage and rant, and then I'm done, and then he comes back to you. But it's good that you said that he finally, stopped with all his bad habits for a month. Once again.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I hope
he's
he
a
won't
good
go back.
man. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, but, I mean, yeah, we all have to make that decision on our own. So, but you're in his corner, and I always say, people that have addictions always need somebody in their corner. So, but I do feel like you have to implement tough love in regards to, I'm not saying act like you don't care. I'm just saying, you gotta change your priority. If he's changing his, then you gotta change yours. You gotta mirror his actions. And I know it's hard. I know it takes work, but being with him is gonna take a lot more work. So you need a little vacation.
Yes.
You need a little vacation. But yeah.
You said I need vacation?
You need a little vacation. The intensity of this relationship. I know how it consumes you. It's very intense. You're very passionate.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. It is. And, we were trying to work together. And as a paralegal and lawyer, I'm not sure if it's a good idea, but we were doing for a few weeks. Do you think it's a good idea to be, to work for him, or could it affect our romantic relationship?
To work for him with the wife?
As a paralegal.
I mean, we need to talk, girlfriend, because he's giving you a lot of power. Obviously he trusts you, but yeah, I think that it's a good idea. Yeah, most definitely a very good idea. I think it is. I think that you can handle it for sure. But I still recommend that if somebody shows interest that's, handsome, you don't have to be in love. I'm just saying, spend time with other male energy, ruffle his feathers.
Okay.
Yeah, but go work for him. Yeah.
Yes.
You'll know everything. Yes. He trusts you.
He's an attorney?
Yes.
He is?
Yes. All right, Christian. Thank you so
Do
much
you
for
know
calling.
that we're looking for an attorney?
No, we're not.
Okay.
No, we're not. We're not doing it on the air. We're not talking on the air about...
All right, scratch that.
All right, my
Thank
dear.
you.
Have a great weekend.
Okay, thank you so
Kiss
much,
and hug
Robin.
that
I
little
appreciate your
boy. My
advice.
pleasure.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I'm my
Bye-bye.
own attorney. I'm my own attorney. I'm going to do some kicking ass in the courtroom. I'm going to knock some heads around
That's a
if I
good
have
attitude.
to. My head's been knocked around. It's about time. Give it to him straight, right?
There you go.
All right.
That's the
All right.
spirit.
No. We don't need to bother her.
All right, well.
Yeah, apples and oranges, babe.
All right, that's fine.
Okay. All right. We got more callers, or we got time to...
We just lost...
A caller?
We just lost one, I guess.
I'm surprised. It's so wonderful to talk to Christiane there. So she's lovely. She's been with me for years.
Oh. All right.
So what else is going on?
It's a water break.
I heard that the stock market's merging. Remember I told you that Wall Street was going to go down?
Merging?
Crash and burn. Yeah, isn't Dow and something else merging? I just saw that today.
I told you that wasn't going to happen.
It is happening. I read it
not.
today.
You read it?
Yeah, that's
you
going to
read
be
it.
easy to crush. I told you, Wall Street's going to go down.
Didn't I
Keep
tell
arguing
you?
with me. It's never going to go down. It's never going to go down.
Well, in light of the new evidence, I guess it's not going to. Do you remember why I told you why it's not going to?
Artificial intelligence?
No.
All right, give it
It's
to me.
because the debt market is where the bubble's at.
Yes. No,
and
it's also with Wall Street.
So
Remember we made
it might
that
be. It might be, but you know
Remember
what?
we made that bet about gold?
Right. What about it?
It's gone down.
No, it hasn't.
I win the bet. Yes, it has. I don't know what you're reading. Have you been
I don't know
reading
what
today?
you're reading. Anyway,
Comex is
the bubble-
like crashing and burning over in South Africa. I told you, gold is going to go down. It's going to go down, down, down December 28th.
all right.
Okay.
How much you want
That's
to
when
bet?
I'll collect on my bet. We already betted. You owe me $100.
No.
I said gold's going to go down. By the end of the year, it's going to go crashing and burning.
The market and gold and silver is going to keep rising together because the bubble is in the debt market.
That's
so
what you said. That's not what my guides say.
So when people rush to get out of the debt market, what's the only place going to be to go?
Jewels.
Equities and precious
Jewelry.
metals. Oh, please.
Diamonds.
Anyway.
Which I can't stand. You know what the most valuable commodity on this planet is, and it's so cheap, is amber.
Information.
Amber. No. Mm-mm.
All right.
Well, you may be accurate information, but we never get accurate information.
I'm trying to give you some right now. So you're telling me Martin Armstrong is not correct? You remember that guy?
Yeah. The one that went to jail for
8
no
years
reason.
indefinitely. Oh, yeah, there was a reason.
I totally get it.
He
Yeah,
didn't
exactly. Because they're trying to shut him up. Yeah, I totally have been there.
No. They were trying to get his software that he invented to, the CIA came in, and as they said, I ain't giving you my software, so they put him in jail for 8 years indefinitely, right?
Yeah, well, the CIA is
so,
the economy.
Do you remember him though?
Yes, I
remember. Do you consider him an intelligent person, a smart guy?
Yes, I do.
When it comes to finance, he's like the pinnacle at the very top.
Yeah.
All right, well, you know what?
Uh-huh.
What I just told you about the debt market and gold and silver and the stock market rising, that's his prediction based on his computer model.
All right, that's his prediction. But when you start throwing lawsuits and you start pointing out the nitty-gritty in the back
about
scene.
what?
Okay, what about the credit card lawsuit? $6 billion. It was... Actually, Jeff
we're talking
Sessions,
about the
I'm just
debt.
saying,
When I say,
I'm pulling
listen to me.
the carpet out from Congress and the
Listen
fake
to me.
media. Don't you think that's one of the reasons
When
why the government shut down? How come nobody ever talks about that? Oh, wow.
The debt market.
Some computer
We're
error.
speaking about the same thing right now.
I'm talking about how.
Okay, can I have 5 seconds?
Go ahead.
When I said the debt market, I wasn't referring to Visa or MasterCard. I was referring to the bond market.
Right.
And most of the bad bubble out there is sovereign. In other words, countries' debt. All right?
Right.
And hence what you just said right now, that the government has been shutting down. Right?
Right. Right after my lawsuit won. But let me tell you another thing.
But that's got nothing to do with sovereign debt.
You're talking about bonds. There's two different types of bonds. There's the, senior bond, and then there's another bond.
No.
Yeah, there's two different types of bonds.
You know what? There's more than two types of bonds, all right? You got municipal bonds, you have treasury bonds, you got corporate bonds. The bond market is just as large as the stock market, as if you will. It's got so many different types of debt instruments, all right? But when I was mentioning the debt market, I was referring to the bond market.
Right. No, I know.
But here in particularly, sovereign debt, all right? Meaning our current, just our debt alone here in the United States, approaching $20 trillion. I'm talking about worldwide. Where do you think all of that money's got to come out? Where do you think it's going to go? So whether or not the stock market should go down, and I agree, there hasn't been any true growth in this country for at least the last 8 years.
Well, now it's going to merge.
And now
I'm going to do another lawsuit like I did with the credit cards.
All right,
I already got my...
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, I totally do. But
what I'm talking
about, you know how the stock market went down. No, but you don't understand what I'm trying to say. And you always say...
Stock market went down, 50 points? And you think it's crashing?
It's merging right now.
Merging with what?
It's merging. I don't know. I read some article today.
All right. You're always reading financial things. And what I read, I'm like, okay, she totally did not understand this the way it was written. But anyway.
You don't understand what I understand.
Well, if I could jump on the internet, but instead of cut your feed here, I'd be able to do it right now and straighten it out, but I'm not able to do that.
No.
But I will after the show.
You know what? I love bouncing ideas off of you.
All right.
And you have taught me a lot, but see, I take it one step further with information that I have.
Right, you're talking
from my profession.
Right, you're talking to the psychic world is telling you this.
Well, maybe.
Right?
No, just listen.
Your psychic
I've
guide.
been doing radio for decades. Do you know how many people I've interviewed? Do you know how many conspiracy people I've interviewed?
I'm speaking of the entity, your guide.
I was talking to Robert O. Williams, and I was saying in my life, like, things come up, and I would remember an interview or information or a book that I read, and it makes sense. It's a missing piece of puzzle. That's why I said I know gold went down yesterday.
No,
I
it
know
did not.
gold is going to go down. Okay, maybe
Gold,
not yet.
Gold passed 1,300 yesterday. It hasn't been at 1,300 for rough estimate 6-8 months. It broke.
The higher
There's a
it's
break.
gonna go
Every
down.
time you tell me something goes down, it actually goes up, and vice versa. Did you know this went up? Nope, it went down. Silver too. Silver broke out of 17. It's been under it for a couple of months, and gold just surpassed 1,300. It's been steadily gearing up from 1,200. Couldn't get out of that spot, and all last month has been climbing. Finally, it broke.
Do you know what Comex is?
Yes,
Where is it located?
New York.
Actually, in South Africa.
No,
Did you know they haven't made a profit in years?
the Comex is in New York.
No, the miners Comex is in South Africa.
You're speaking
That's
of
where it
something
comes from.
different.
That's where it comes from.
The gold,
Yes. That's where they mine it.
they mine it all over the world.
I know, but it's mostly in South Africa.
There's a lot of gold in Africa. Yeah, all over
Of
the world.
course there's a lot of
But you're
gold
talking
there.
about Comex. Comex is a market where gold is traded. Gold,
Originated
gold
in South Africa.
contracts.
Well, I'm just saying they haven't made a profit in years. It's
Profit?
going down. Just trust me. At the end of
Gold,
the year,
first
I'll
of
make
all,
my $100 bet.
Listen
I'm
to
sure
me.
I will.
Gold is
Okay.
not to make a profit. Gold is used, when used as an investment, is used for capital preservation. If you end up making a big profit, hey, it's a win-win. But gold is used for capital preservation specifically,
Did you know
and
that
to hedge against any fiat currency.
you know what? It doesn't have any value. Did you know after the
Okay.
Civil War that Rothschild couldn't get rid of his gold? You tell the story. I know you know the story. That he couldn't. He wasn't making any money, so he did a big sell, and then everybody got on the bandwagon. And
Why would he want to
You know
sell
how-
gold? He's been trying to steal it away. Why do you think they confiscated it in 1933 from the American public?
You know what they
under the-
confiscated
under the
is
threat of
blood and
jail.
soil. That everybody's up in
Okay.
arms like about
All right. Well,
where all those supremacist people or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's fact. It's fact. Blood and soil is the only thing of value on this planet.
that's
Never
awesome.
been gold. You know, they try
Well,
to turn every
gold is used
idea
as
into a money-making thing. Oh, it's not about the business and the product. It's about who buys your stock when you go public and your
gold is a
ups and
store
downs.
of wealth. Okay,
It's not wealth.
you're talking
That's
about
not wealth.
a store of wealth. Do you understand what
I'm
that
just-
term means?
You know what? It's all crap, is what I'm telling you. It's
All
all
right.
bullshit.
All right.
So
If-
is God.
Okay.
God and money is all bullshit. The only thing of value, the only thing of wealth
All
is
right.
blood
What-
and soil.
What are you talking about? You talk about gold, money, or God? Because
I'm-
gold is not money. You're referring to fiat. Gold is a store of wealth. That's all that is for people in the olden times to make, make transactions with, whether you're buying goats, berries, or
Yeah,
whatever.
California wouldn't take the greenbacks because they traded in gold. That was during the continental currency before the Civil War. But the only way they made Civil War is through dead bodies.
All right, you know what?
Blood.
We'll go ahead and go with the blood and the real estate.
Thank you.
All right?
Blood
Are-
and soil. I'm not even talking real estate. I'm talking about
That is real estate. Dirt, soil.
soil.
Right.
But it can be farmed, and that's which Social Security is based on the 9 commodities that were borrowed on as credit. It was our first creation of credit, and that's what I'm telling you. I filed and won $6 billion class action lawsuit. I filed it and crushed the credit, which crushed the Congressional Budget Act, which shut down the government. Okay?
Yeah, but
And
they
now
took it
it's
to
happening
appeal.
with Wall Street, is what I'm saying. And I'm ready to get in there again and file another lawsuit and crush it. It's better. Like, everybody's like so worried, oh, the New World Order. It's a lot easier to break up one, conglomeration than to
You're strong enough to do that, and on
That's what I
Monday,
think.
Tuesday, you were having a meltdown over your Your
My
other
daughter?
civil practices?
My
No.
daughter?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not talking about your daughter.
You know, it's everything. It's everything, Brainstorm.
Wow.
It's everything. It's everything. How about the fact that my friends bailed on me, you know, when I needed them most? Why don't we talk about that?
Which friends?
Look at everybody that I affiliate with. Oh, I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. I'll be there for you. And then it's like, oh, you're selfish. You're short-sighted. You need to handle it. You got yourself into this. You get yourself out.
And who's the one who's always right there next to you?
Well, it depends on what day of the week.
Oh, okay.
Today you are.
Okay.
Now, today you're my cuddly partner. You're my cuddly guy.
Okay. That's going to be extra.
Great. I got some extra hugs.
Okay.
Extra love from my partner.
All right.
So, you know what? Next week I want you to come in with a cowboy hat and some cowboy boots and
Well, all right. Let's do it, little lady.
talk about...
Tony?
Tony, we're dying in
Tony,
here.
get them,
I'm not getting any calls.
Get them Russells ready.
There we go.
That's a
Oh,
hell of
I
a
love
cowboy
Tony.
walk you got there,
Oh,
Tony.
my gosh.
Where you from,
Sexy
Kansas?
man.
How do you know? How'd you know I was from Kansas?
So what else has
Not in
been going on
Kansas
in the
anymore.
news? What's all the craziness?
You know they had an asteroid that was really close to the Earth today.
Wow.
Yeah,
Seriously?
very close. It was like a 3-mile wide asteroid that
Wow.
was very, very uncomfortable close.
Huh.
Where? What part of the world?
I'm not for sure.
Oh,
But,
okay.
yeah, Ron was telling me
That's
about it.
close
We
enough
talked
to
about it
extinct
with my guest tonight.
all the dinosaurs.
Ron, the
again.
one that talks about Marilyn Monroe?
No, this
Oh,
was,
this is
he's a
different.
scientist.
Oh, Ron, your co-host.
Mhm,
Oh,
mhm.
cool.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was really.
How come
really
nobody's talking about that?
I
I
guess
don't know.
unless it's heading straight towards us, they don't care. But I think it's. I wonder if that makes a difference. You know, when it comes to like it pulls certain.
Oh, I'm
types of
sure.
Energies.
I'm
into the-
sure.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, because, you know, I always say that everything, we're all connected. We all have to be,
Yeah.
you know, affected.
Yeah,
You know.
We also talked about you know other worlds that are constantly being discovered and other worldly beings.
Nibiru?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I took a picture of myself today, and I don't know, the lighting and my blonde hair or something, but you see my body, and then I have this like little shrunken head. I can't show it to you because I don't have any clothes on, but it's like my head is like, I have this little shrunken head. I look like E.T.
A shrunken
You know?
head. Do that again. That
My
was.
behind looks
was,
good though. I took a
alright.
picture and I was like, oh my gosh. And then it was like, whoops, I shouldn't have sexed that one.
Maybe you're a extraterrestrial.
I am. No, I've been thinking about that for days on how I feel like I'm HAARP and I'm pulling all the strings. I'm pulling all the punches. I don't know. Sometimes I get in that headspace and I'm totally sober. So, I don't know.
That wasn't a shapeshift, was it?
I had to show
No,
you the
that-
picture, but
that
then
was,
you didn't see my
lighting.
naked body. I was sexting today,
Right.
and my
Oh, you
head
were?
just went.
And
Just,
like,
yeah, it
all
was.
light up.
All right.
And my head just like shrunk into this little. I was like, oh my gosh, I look like E.T. Shoulders up, and then the behind is looking good. Working out the behind.
Well, maybe it'll shrink up my. behind.
Yeah, maybe it's a sign.
That's right. That's right. Oh my gosh. Now we also talked about in Antarctica, about underneath. Is it Lake Vasca?
Lake Vasca.
Titicaca?
Lake Vasca, that they found a lake underneath the 2 miles of ice, and they found a ancient city.
They found an ancient city.
This guy thinks that they're going to be announcing it in the next 6 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they said all kinds of like VIPs from leaders of countries, political, big businesses are going down touring it.
Do you think they're really going to disclose that?
Well, I don't see why they would, because it's gonna. I mean, it'll open up a whole new.
Yeah.
Did you know that there's another species among us?
Oh yeah.
that lives underneath the Vatican. There's a whole city underneath the Vatican.
What species?
Homo-Capensis.
Yeah. They live for 2,000 years.
Huh.
They're not psychic. And they created the money so that we can eliminate each other of our imaginary wealth so that they can come above ground. Basically, they're trying to get rid of us human species so that they can take over the world and come out from underground. They live like 2,000 years. They're not psychic at all.
Why don't they just do it?
I heard they eat people.
Yes, they do.
I taste terrible.
You're lucky.
Well, I would never know. I'm the wrong gender.
This is a
I'm
family
sure you
show.
taste good.
Family
I will never
show,
know.
Tony.
What'd you say?
I said this is a family show,
Oh,
Tony.
sorry.
It was until about 10 minutes ago.
It was until you opened up your mouth.
It was until I started talking sexting.
Oh yeah, that's yeah, that's the fourth time. We're probably gonna get banned. Yeah.
No.
Gonna-
I'm not showing the pictures.
the
I'm just
FCC.
talking about
I'm not sure if the word sexing goes against FCC.
Oh, I don't know.
violations.
Well, then you can just bleep that out.
All right.
All right, but I think we're rolling things to the end here. We didn't do many readings, but I really do appreciate the audience for watching tonight. I do really appreciate those that did call in. Thank you so much. I will be back tomorrow. Please tell your friends and family to call. I'm here Friday between 7 and 8. Also go to my website, psychic.com. That's psychic.com. It's the word psychic with a dash in the middle. Become a member. Sign up for my newsletter. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you, Tony.
Thank
you,
you.
Brainstorm. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thank you.
Okay, see y'all next week. Bye.
Burp on me?
Yep. Light on it.
Chic.com has worldwide users instant messaging, reading blogs, romance stories, posting pictures, getting recipes, playing games, buying, selling, psychic readings, reviewing, and much more. Interact at psy-chic.com.
Psychic Robin Zodiac has talent of ESP abilities to predict your future in accurate detail. Robin Zodiac has authored many advice books, and you can interact at psy-chic.com. Clients call Robin at 877-924-4783 for a $3 a minute reading.